Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alina, and today I'm going to be doing a book review of a few books that I am rereading this year to kind of re-motivate myself and get myself in the right headspace to get shit done. And then also some books that I read for fun that I will definitely be rereading. Awesome, y'all. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so one book that absolutely changed my life is this one right here. So as you can see, it's You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I hope that's how you say her name. She has 3 or 4 really amazing books. The ones that I have read are this guy, the You Are a Badass at Making Money, and then Badass Habits. All of her books are self-help books, personal growth. And the reason why I love them so much is because of her way of writing. She just has this really great way of making something that's not normally a fun topic or something that like a lot of people want to read about into something fun. Like her stories are really great and she's absolutely hilarious. It definitely isn't PG. She does curse in the book. She says a couple things that I probably wouldn't recommend for kids, but other than that, she is absolutely amazing and I love her. She sounds a lot like my mom. Mom, don't hate me. We all know you have a potty mouth, but absolutely hilarious. I love all of her books. I first read them in 2019 when I drove from New Jersey to Texas when we were moving here, and I listened to all of her books on the ride here, and now I'm kind of rereading them. My dad actually gifted me the physical books, and I decided that was a sign to reread them, kind of go through them. I'm the kind of person who solidifies ideas when I write them down, I see them, and then I also hear them. And that's like a pro tip for anyone who's learning something or doing something new. Try and figure out what your learning style is. If you don't know what it is yet, do all of them. It doesn't hurt. When I was in college, a lot of times what I would do is I would read the notes, I would write the notes, I would rewrite the notes, and then I would also read the notes out to myself. Also, like when I'm studying flashcards and things like that, I would read it out as well as just writing it a whole bunch of times. And that was when something would really solidify in my memory, because I used all of those different types of learning styles and it just really worked for me. Also, teaching someone something that you've learned is so crazy helpful. If you've never done that, please try. Even if it's just you and your friends in a study group, try teaching each other the concepts that you're learning in class and it will be so helpful. And you can use that throughout your life too. If you read something in a book and you really want to solidify it, talk to your partner about it. Tell them, hey, this is what I read today and I just wanted to kind of go over it with you because I thought that the concept was really cool, or this is what I read today. I just wanted to kind of tell you about it because I really liked what they were talking about. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but if you take something that you learned and you really want to solidify it in your brain, try teaching it to someone else or telling someone else about it. I guarantee it'll be super helpful. And the person you're talking to will be very grateful as well. So You Are a Badass, must read. I highly recommend. I'm going to link all of these books in the description below. I believe all of them actually are on Amazon, so definitely check them out. This is the first one. The other thing that I really love about her books, like let me grab the other ones. So You Are a Badass at Making Money, and then this one I don't have the cover for because I hate sleeves on hardcover books, but this is the Badass Habits. They are all amazing. I love that you don't have to like read them in order, really. They all are kind of their own separate topic. And you can also read around. What that means is like, let's say you pick up You Are a Badass, you can go to the index and then you can kind of read through. She's got My Subconscious Made Me Do It, The Big Snooze, What Are We Doing Here? So you can kind of skip around if you want. And I like that mainly because I've already read them. So if I want to, like, let's say, skip around and then read one part because I just needed a little bit more motivation for that day, then I can just read that chapter real quick and get kind of like a boost for the day. So yeah, definitely recommend these guys. This one's really helpful as well. I'm definitely gonna reread this one. Right now I'm rereading You Are a Badass at Making Money, mainly because I'm trying to start my own business, and I feel like that one is super helpful in keeping you motivated and keeping you conscious of your why. Like, keep reminding yourself, this is why I'm doing this, this is what I'm doing this for, and then it kind of just helps you keep going. So those are must reads. I will of course link them in the description below, but Jen, if you're watching, I know you're not, but it's okay. I absolutely love you. Your books are amazing. Okay, on to the next one. So I've only got one more self-help book and then two fun books that I absolutely became obsessed with at the end of last year. So the next one that is a self-help book is the 12-week year. So I'm sure you have already heard of this. If not, definitely go pick it up. It's so good and it's really short. It's like super quick to read through. There are prompts in it, which I really love when self-help books have like, hey, do this action step, so that you're not just like reading through it and then trying to say, okay, I read it, I know the concepts, now what do I do? This one and Jen Sincero, they all have prompts like that. So it's like, oh, go meditate on this, or go write a journal entry about this every day to keep your mind, you know, moving forward. So I absolutely love this one, and it's a lot shorter than it even looks because the font is really large, at least in the copy that I have. So definitely recommend checking it out. There are a lot of really amazing points in here. I have some pages that I like edged so that I would know to get back to it, like common pitfalls of success and tips to get through them, and then actually developing your 12-week plan. So I'm definitely gonna reread this guy as well, probably next month, because I wanna get that 12-week year planning going again. There's actually another YouTuber that did a video about her creating her 12-week year in Notion. So I'll link that video below as well, because I really like how she put that video together, and I'm probably gonna follow her guide to create a 12-week year on Notion. Okay, that's the other one. And this one is the 12-week year, get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. Go check that out, you guys. Okay, now to the fun ones. Coffee break real quick. Are you ready? I don't think you are. Okay, so I absolutely love reading self-help books, but I also really love reading fantasy books. These are steamy. Steamy. So I don't know if I would recommend these for, I don't know, I think they're technically young adult, but I don't know these days. Kids are wearing makeup way too young in my opinion. I don't even know how old kids are anymore. So, okay, so it does say hand-to-hand combat, battle, blood, intense violence, brutal injuries, death, poisoning, graphic language, sexual activities. Okay. So yeah, so I mean, it doesn't really say that kids shouldn't read it, but it does say right there that a lot of stuff happens in here that probably isn't great for kids. So I would say if you are an adult, you should definitely go for it. So this is Fourth Wing. And yes, I have the special edition because I am special, by Rebecca Yarros. Is it Yarros? I don't know. Absolutely obsessed. I could not put it down. So I actually ended up buying this in the Denver, Colorado airport because I was coming home from Thanksgiving last year and I just needed something to read. I was like, I just need a good book right now. So I went in there and paid way too much for this book because it was special edition and it was in the airport, and we all know airport fees are ridiculous. So freaking worth it. I literally read half the book on the flight back to Texas, which is literally only a 2-hour flight. Freaking could not put it down. So then I finished it, and then made the mistake of going on TikTok and seeing people like crying over the second book, which is Iron Flame, which I'm gonna grab in a second. And people were like, oh, don't read it or wait to read it until her next book comes out and yada, yada, yada. I honestly got scared by that and waited way too long to read the next book, which I'm really sad about. Like, all of you TikTok book girlies scared the bejesus out of me, and I almost didn't read the second book, waiting for the other one to come out. The other one has not come out yet, okay? We don't have a release date. I could not wait. So I got this one. They didn't have the special edition anymore, and I'm sad. I might end up buying it secondhand off of like Facebook Marketplace or something, just because I want them to match. But this is Iron Flame. Also really good, but I don't know if I liked it as much as the first one. I think the reason I didn't like it as much as the first one is it kind of ran on in a couple areas where I was like, okay, that didn't need to be explained as deeply as it was for the story to like fit, if that makes sense. And of course, the ending is a cliffhanger, right? Because they do that so that you get the next book. Blech. I understand, but I don't like it. So it does end in a cliffhanger. It's not as bad of a cliffhanger as I thought. Like, I saw book girlies, they were reading and they were like crying really bad. And I don't know why. Like, I literally read this book cover to cover and I was like waiting for that, like that drop, that moment where I was gonna bawl my eyes out, and it didn't happen. Like, I honestly cried more in the first book than this one, which isn't really saying much because I didn't cry in this book at all. I was kind of just like, I was just waiting for it the whole book. So I feel like TikTok really screwed me with this book, because I definitely would have enjoyed it more if I didn't go on TikTok and see what other girlies were saying. But still a really great book. These two are awesome. Highly recommend. Go check them out. I will link these as well. And then I'm also going to link some other fantasy books that I absolutely am obsessed with. I'll definitely do more fantasy reviews because I have been reading fantasy books forever and I absolutely love them. They're so fun. Yeah, so those are all of my books that I recommend. That's some, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 good books to get you guys started for this year. I absolutely loved them. I will have some more next month to show you. Those are my book recommendations. I hope you guys like them, and hopefully you can comment below and let me know if you read any of them or what your thoughts were. And if you have any good book recommendations that you want me to read and review, definitely let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for coming back and listening to my spiel about books. I absolutely love books, so I want to include it in this channel just to kind of let you guys know what I'm reading, what I'm doing to kind of move forward in my graphic design business, as well as just life in general. So again, thank you so much for coming here. Please like and subscribe if you want to keep following me along in this journey. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and peace out, Cub Scouts.